We are about a week into September now, and unfortunately the Tampa Bay Rays have taken over the second spot in our division. Therefore, they are now the number one wildcard spot. As we now find ourselves 16 games back in the division, we lost our pretty much anywhere between a 6 and an 8 game lead in the wild card, as we now have to fight for it. We're only 2.5 games up on the Rangers, so you see our schedule's getting pretty tough. We play the Orioles a little bit, but then we have 6 more against the Yankees, who we know are going to be really tough. And that's pretty much, this is why we've been doing so poorly. We pretty much have no infield, and Randall Grichuk, our biggest bat, goes down. So then we just want to take a look now and see how our minor league ball clubs are doing. And before I said the Bison were in the lead, they actually were. But our entire organization as a whole have been playing themselves out of playoff contention, as they have only managed to win 1 game in all of September. Not good, guys. 1 in 9 games right there that I see. So not a great record for their last 10. But I just wanted to take a couple looks here, as they were officially eliminated the other day. Jerome Kaiser was an absolute stud. 331 average, 19 home runs. So he's definitely going to be part of the ball club. Balazovic and Pearson, they did their job. They were injured a little bit. I gave them some breaks. I didn't want them pitching too many innings. I didn't want them getting anywhere near 200. We wanted to keep them mid 100s, get their arms extended. We see Griffin Conine and Brock Lundquist, like I expected. Manoah did pretty good down there. We saw him move up. Simeon Wood Richardson, Brian Baker, they're all going to be moving up a little bit. Woods Richardson's probably going to find himself in AAA next year if everything goes according to plan. We end up taking 2 of 3 from the Orioles in their ballpark, and we do have the Yankees on tap for next in Yankee Stadium. 15 games behind the Yankees in the division, but these 3 games are going to be very crucial, so I decided to jump in and play every single game. Without further ado, we jumped into our 3.5-hour live stream on twitch.com/onlydurko to see James Paxton squaring off against the Toronto Blue Jays, as Bo Bichette ropes a single to get things going, followed by Travis Shaw, who hammers this one. But the result is a double play, and we will go to the bottom of the first, where Chase Anderson, a 4.25, not the greatest, not the worst ERA, is making his 26th appearance on the season, and he gets things going with a beautiful strikeout. Unfortunately, he did allow a walk, but that curveball was disgusting to get Judge swinging. A 1-2-3 second inning for us goes by the wayside, and then we jump now into the bottom of the second, and that pitch was left hanging. The 3-2 count, he was fouling a lot off. I couldn't slip one by him, and Andujar hits his 3rd home run of the season, taking this ball absolutely deep. I believe it was a changeup that just left hanging. With 2 outs now in the 3rd, Jonathan Davis just skies this ball. He just got underneath of it. He does have some little power for a shorter ball player, but we do come in. We trade a nice, exhausting, high strikeout. Unfortunately, we do work ourselves into a little bit of a struggle with 2 on and 2 out. A beautiful strikeout again of Aaron Judge, as Bo Bichette looks to get things going here in the top half of the 4th, drawing a beautiful walk, and then Vladdy's going to sting this ball into the gap in right center field. Bichette has good speed, so we're sending him all the way from first. He is going to make it safe. That throw, they really had no chance on that, as he is just too quick on the base path. Great hit by Vladdy. We then get our first 1-2-3 inning to help Anderson out, as we jump now to the top half of the 5th. 1 runner on, 1 out. This ball is roped all the way to the right field gap. They make the catch out there in right field. Aaron Judge did shade over enough, and then Jonathan Davis did just miss this fastball high, as he strikes out to end our half of the 5th. Anderson in now, still dicing, gets a beautiful swing and a miss on the changeup outside, and then another ground ball, light contact, right back to himself, makes the play at first. We're heading now to the bottom half of the 6th. Loud contact now by Aaron Judge, and that one is going to be a fly ball to center field. Teoscar Hernandez over to make the catch, and Danny Jansen is in. He's going to slap this one right to center field, and that's going to get down for a single, but unfortunately Tellez comes in and grounds in to the 3-6-3 double play. With one away in the inning, Stanton gets a hold of this one, and it has a chance to get over the fence, and it is into the bullpen. Oh my goodness, he absolutely crushed that. His league-leading 41st home run of the season. Giancarlo Stanton takes us deep, and just like that, this ball game is now 2-1 as Espinal grounds this one into the 1-6-3 double play. As Jonathan Davis steps in again, and he is going to sky this one for another time. He is just missing these balls. They leave him up in the zone. I'm telling you, he can get a hold of one of these. On to pitch in relief is Thomas Pannone, and this ball is going to get stung into the left center field gap. It's going to hit the base of the wall. Fortunately, we make a quick play on it and get it into the cutoff man, holding runners on second and third with only nobody out, actually. We're going to get the fly out to right field. They are going to send the tag. The throw is not in time. They are plating another one. It is a 3-1 ball game as Aaron Judge finally sends this ball into the right center field gap. We field it cleanly, but unfortunately another one comes to pass. It is now a 4-1 ball game. We make another pitching change, and then this one is sent right through the gap. Able to make the play over there on Aaron Judge as he did get a little bit greedy. It is now a 5-1 ball game. And then Gurriel comes in, the first time we've seen him all day. He's sending this one into the right field gap, and Bichette's taking his talents all the way to third base. As we are going to tag here, there is no need to tag Bichette, as we're sending Gurriel all the way from first. He's coming around to score, and that is plate and 2. Travis Shaw with a huge one-out double. After Tellez sends this ball into the center field line, he is able to make a clean field, and he does gun Vladdy at home. It is a 5-4 ball game here in the top of the 9th. Runner on first. Teoscar Hernandez gets a hold of this one, and it's going all the way to the left center field gap. It has enough. It gets down against the wall. Espinal is being waved around third, and he is going to score, tying this ball game as Teoscar Hernandez has himself a 2-out triple to tie this and send this to the 10th inning. Here now in the 10th, we save Ken Giles to try to shut him down to get us to the 11th, but he does give up 2 hits, and they have runners on second and third, and just like that, they rope it to the right field gap. They score, and they are going to walk it off in extra innings. This was a 10-inning ball game. Unfortunately, we did not have enough gas to finish it. We did come back. We came all the way back. We scored 4 in the 9th to tie it up, but unfortunately, we did not have enough as Pannone, Dahl, and then Ken Giles came in and unfortunately gets tagged with the loss. We hop now into the quick manage of game number 2, and you see Thornton gives up 2 quick runs in the first, and then we're able to bounce back a little, delivering a few hits of our own, and then he gets taken for another 2-run shot in the 4th. That's going to spell the end of his day. We are unable to get anything going here in the 6th, but the 7th we do tack one on, making it a little more manageable. We send another one across the plate, making it a 5-2 affair. We are able to get a couple runners on in the 9th, but we do not capitalize, and that brings us to game number 3, an all-important match, so we do not get swept against the New York Yankees, who are absolutely killing us in the division right now, as we are playing Vladdy on the player lock today, as he is going to get his afternoon started with a nice bare hand over at third, making the nice play at first. Then he gets his first plate appearance here in the top of the 2nd, and he is going to have himself a nice leadoff single. Unfortunately, we're not able to capitalize off that. Then he ropes this one down the third base line, and that was a great play. That was a nice sliding stop. They made the play at second to make the force out, so unfortunately it was a fielder's choice, and then they're able to make the play over at first for our 3rd plate appearance. It is a 6-3 affair. The slider low gets Vladdy check swinging. They said he went. I don't think he really went, but nonetheless, we do lose this ball game, and we get swept by the New York Yankees 6-3 this time. We did not need to get swept there if we want to keep our playoff chances alive. We are officially 2-8 in our last 10 ball games, and here's a look at how the rest of the stretch is going to play out. We have the Phillies, the Yankees, the Red Sox, and then the Indians. And so we are officially 18.5 games out of first place in the American League East. The Yankees already clinched. They only have 51 losses. Here's a look at the Rays' remainder schedule. As you see, they play the Yankees currently, and they have already lost game number 1, and then they play the Red Sox, Orioles, and then Yankees to end the season. We take a look now at the Rangers, who seem to be the next team chasing us. They have the Twins, the Mets, the A's, and the Mariners. I know the Twins and the A's are still postseason worthy. As we see, the Athletics are right there, 7.5 games back. But still, with 2 weeks left of baseball, a lot can happen in this. So thank you guys for tuning in. I want to hear all your comments. And don't forget to subscribe for a lot more content coming real soon.